Welcome back. In the last lecture, I talked about meter signatures, which show how many notes each measure contains and how notes, usually eighth notes, are grouped. I said that the bottom number of the meter signature indicates the reference note, quarter note, eighth note, or half note usually, and the top number indicates how many of those reference notes fit into each measure. So 4/4 means 4 quarter notes in a measure, 12/16 would mean 12 16th notes in a measure, and so on. Most important, the meter signature indicates whether or not there will be a level grouped into threes. If the top number is 3, 6, 9, or 12, there will be a triple level, usually the eighth note level. If the top number is not divisible by 3, there will be no triple level. If the top number is larger than 3, that is 6, 9, or 12, there are multiple groups of 3 in a measure, so the meter is called compound. When the bottom note is 8, the beat is the dotted quarter note, equal to 3/8 notes. When the bottom number is 16, the beat is the dotted eighth note, equal to 3/16 notes. So 3/8 means 3/8 notes in a measure grouped by threes, with the dotted quarter note getting the beat. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. 6/8 means 6/8 notes grouped in two groups of 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 9/8 means 9/8 notes grouped in 3 groups of 3. 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3, 3, 2, 3. 12/16 means 12 16th notes grouped in 4 groups of 3 16th notes. The 4 meters look like this. Notice that we show the grouping by beaming eighth notes or 16th notes together. This beaming is strictly for the benefit of the performer. Beaming does not change the way the music sounds. When a measure doesn't contain all eighth notes, we choose note values that show this grouping by 3 as clearly as possible. So for example, this rhythm of quarter, eighth, 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 eighth is best beamed like this, with the first eighth note unbeamed, in order to show the triple grouping of the remaining eighth notes. Here are the beats, so the rhythm is ba, 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 ba. Notice that the meter beat in 6/8 is usually the dotted quarter note, which equals 3/8 notes. So this notation also helps make that clear. Here's another one. This one is a mix of eighth notes and 16th notes. The beaming always tries to show where the 3/8 notes end. So the dotted 8th, 16th, 16th, 16th adds up to 3/8 notes, or 1 dotted quarter note. Notice that if the dotted quarter notes are the beat, this shows clearly where the beats fall. Ba, 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 ba. Here it is again. Ba, 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 where I'm snapping the dotted quarter notes. Here are the beats that I was snapping. You may have noticed that we have 2 meter signatures that seem to add up to the same thing, math-wise. 3/4 and 6/8 both dictate 6/8 notes in a measure. 3/4 means 3 quarter notes in a measure, so 6/8 notes, and 6/8 means 6/8 notes in a measure. So I have 2 different meter signatures for the same number of notes in a measure. It's because they imply different beats and different eighth note grouping. By our definition of meter signatures, we know that one of these meter signatures suggests grouping eighth notes by 3, namely 6/8. The measure with eighth notes grouped by 2s is best shown with a meter signature of 3/4. We feel different meter beats in 6/8 and 3/4. In 6/8, we're likely to feel 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. In other words, each beat contains 3/8 notes, which equals a dotted quarter note. So to complete our definition, 6/8 means there are 6/8 notes in every measure, the eighth notes are grouped by 3s, and the meter beat, the beat we tap along with, is likely to be the dotted quarter note. The traditional definition of 6/8, 6 beats in a measure the eighth note gets the beat, is mostly not correct. It's not impossible, but it would mean that 6/8 was being played unnaturally slowly. In 6/8, the beat we are most likely to move to is usually the dotted quarter note. The meter beat in 3/4 is likely to be the quarter note. 1, 2, and 3, and bop, 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 bop. That's the top line shown here. Let's look at some examples of music in 3/4 and 6/8 to see the difference. Here's a fugue in E minor from the Well-Tempered Clavier. We see that the 16th notes are grouped in 4s, which means the 8th notes are grouped in 2s, 3 groups per measure. The implied beat is quarter notes. Let's listen. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. This is another fugue from the Well-Tempered Clavier, this time in G major. All the notation is showing the grouping of 3/8 notes per beat. In the second measure, for example, the first 3/8 notes are beamed together, but not the fourth one. That's because the fourth one belongs to beat 2. Let's listen to this one. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. So I was counting along with the dotted quarter note beat. Here's one more. Let's listen to it first. This is the tune Beautiful Dreamer by the American composer Stephen Foster. See if you can figure out all the metric levels. There's obviously a triple level in there. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. But if we try to feel the next slower metric level, it gets tricky. 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3. That doesn't work. How about this one? 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3, 3, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3, 3, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. This means that this is a relatively unusual compound triple, a meter with 2 triple levels. The most likely meter for this is 9/8, which is, in fact, what the notated meter is. So you can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. The 8th notes are grouped by 3s, and there are 3 groups of them to every measure. So there are 2 levels of 3. One final word about time signatures. You sometimes see these symbols instead of a time signature at the beginning of a piece. The C without the line through it stands for common time, which is a shorthand way of writing 4/4. The C with the line through it stands for cut time, the shorthand way of writing 2/2. By our definition of meter, 2/2 means 2 half notes in a measure, which is the same quantity of notes as 4/4. Cut time implies that the meter beat will be the half note, making it faster than 4/4. Obviously, as with all meter beats, it's dependent on tempo. Slow 2/2 sounds exactly like 4/4. But usually the expectation is that the meter beat will be the half note in cut time. That's enough for now. In this lecture, we talked about the difference between 3/4 and 6/8. 3/4 is a simple triple meter in which there's only one triple level, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, where I'm counting quarter notes. 6/8 is a compound duple meter with 2 groups of 3/8 notes in every measure, 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3, where I'm snapping dotted quarter notes. We looked at ways of beaming to show the underlying meter beats, and we saw how 4/4 can be called common time, represented with a C, and 2/2 can be called cut time, represented with a C with a line through it. In the next lecture, we'll look at more examples of metric notation, we'll determine meter signatures from notation, and we'll create notation based on meter signatures.